I think that of everyone, I could offer a unique perspective because I was actually one of the very few people actually rooting for Jake Paul during this fight. And I gotta say, I'm slightly disappointed of how it turned out. Here's why. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Grapple Beam Gaming. I'm Spacer Breeze.
I'm Shadow Ice.
And today we're actually going to be talking about that fight that happened last night, Jake Paul versus Tyson, one of the biggest fights in the world in recent memory. That was a really interesting fight night.
that was something.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'm disappointed.
I think the world is collectively a little disappointed in how it turned out because it was very hyped up and did deliver on that. Yeah. I think that it didn't, ironically.
No.
That was kind of mid-fight.
The fight itself was super mid. It was so hyped up for a year. And for what we got, it was kind of, it was what it was, you know?
Yeah. I actually, personal opinion, I feel like some of the other fights were actually more entertaining to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Because, okay, let's get into why the match was kind of controversial. Especially with even the people I watched it with.
Yeah.
A lot of people was telling me that this fight was going to be rigged for Jake Paul to win, and he was like, oh, he's just going to pay him off and all this other stuff. Yeah. And personally, I didn't want to believe that. I was rooting for Jake because I wanted to show the strength of like passion, hunger, drive. And that's something that Mike Tyson really did used to have. But now he's made it to the top. I feel like he's kind of lost that aggression that he had towards the world and that kind of instinct that he had. So I was like, okay, this new cat, Jake, even if it's not, some people don't think it's morally right for him to even be able to fight or even legally, there's, people are pulling up now like, oh yeah, the fight shouldn't be able to happen because 10 years age gap is the maximum amount.
Yeah.
I wanted to show that, the younger guy could come in and, he could still have that passion and hunger that Mike Tyson just doesn't have. But when you see it in the ring, it's like, wow, this is indeed a 60-year-old man.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a lot of people point to that. A lot of people point to the age of Tyson, saying that that's why he's acting slow. But honestly, I think that even in his training videos, he was going a lot harder.
I'm gonna give it a B, guys. I think it was faked. I feel like
I can see that.
I feel like it was not genuine. I feel like there's no way in the world how you fight Mike Tyson and don't get a scratch or anything on your face.
That's a good point. How do you fight the biggest boxer in the world unscathed, with no bruises, no blood, or anything? What? I saw the other fights that they had, the pre-fights that they had, and they were coming out there with bloody faces. This woman had like her whole eyebrow was like, I thought they were gonna see like some
metal underneath. Like she looked like a Terminator by the time it was over.
Yeah, it was bad. Whew. And Mike Tyson just can't land a punch all of a sudden. No, I think that Mike Tyson knows how to land a punch, even at this age, even with all the training. He didn't lose that instinct.
I do want even better. Jake Paul, his stance was not like very guarding. He was kind of like had his fist like lower, which is like a boxing style. But when you're fighting against Mike Tyson, you might want to learn how to block yourself or be ready, because when he hits like a truck.
Yeah, he fought in a way that makes me think he knew that he wasn't gonna get hit. It didn't look like there was any pain or any hurt.
No,
it felt very for what they said before the fight, like very manufactured. Like it didn't have that same hunger, passion, and like aggression, and skill. It just wasn't there that night, I
feel like low-key, like when you see him walking up, right, and you see him like doing the walk up, and you see like just Mike Tyson is looking like low-key like disappointed in himself for doing this. I feel like you could tell. I was like, oh snap, this might be fake, because like he looked like he was like, he had that face.
He looked like he looked like he took a deal.
Yeah, he took the deal. And that's the worst part is I'm not sure how long he knew it was gonna be fake, because it was fake. I'm not sure if he knew how long it was gonna be like being fake, because I felt like those train videos were real. Those train videos, he was going hard. Yeah. But that night when he showed up, he's like he just had that face, like, oh man.
He looked like a tired older man. And that's not exactly like you have all the other people walking out. You had like Logan and Jake coming in with a car and everything, spraying the W and everything. But ironically, like that fight wasn't a W, man. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of an L. Yeah. It's kind of like you go in expecting to see like them make history. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be like whether whoever wins is like, oh yeah, 6-year-old Mike Tyson is still knocking out these young cats. versus like, yo, you actually knocked out Mike Tyson, even though he's older. Mike Tyson is like, no matter how it's gonna go, you're gonna make history, and they ended up making not history, but they made up making money. It's like, come on, we want to see history be made.
I want to see something cool, man. I gotta say though, I feel like the women's fight was probably the best fight that night.
Yeah,
that was crazy. I feel like I had that one woman who was headbutting her, busting her head and her lip. She was acting like a monster. She was acting like a monster for Space Jam. Holy moly.
I don't know, bro. That was like, that honestly might be my favorite fight to watch, was actually the fight between those two. I feel like, I didn't know anything about, what's her name, Taylor? I didn't know anything about Taylor, but bro, Taylor needs to go back to training, because like she was like grabbing onto her, headbutting her. She was like doing something
like an MMA fight, bro.
Yeah, she was doing some MMA stuff, and the referee didn't stop. And they even called her out at the end, saying like, "Oh, she does this all the time." Again, I can't personally speak on that. I don't really know Taylor like that. Yeah. But she did fight like Aaron Ryan from Punch Out. That's all I know. It's like I thought she had to go to the side of the ring like Aaron Ryan. I thought she gotta get like a boxing glove with a rope, tie it around, start whipping her with the boxing glove. Like that's how far out that match was. That match was just kind of crazy to watch.
That was awesome,
bro. Everyone in my room who was there was like, "Whoa, what is this? What's going on? This is not boxing."
She was crazy.
Yeah, that made her opponent look like a superhero. The fact that she took that the entire time and is possibly going to do a rematch. Honestly, should you do a rematch with her?
I might not.
I don't know if I would, but I can see why you would.
That's another thing too that I'll say is that I thought if they were to fake it, it would be, for lack of better terms, cooler. But they didn't really give us much action. It was just like
he didn't get hurt.
Yeah,
he was still out there.
Still a couple.
No
punches.
one got down. Like again, even the first match that they did that night.
If they were gonna fake it, it'd be better.
Yeah, the first match they did last night, like it was against a content creator from I think India.
Yeah.
And an actor. And they were like, you can see him getting knocked in. He'll like fall out and stuff. It was like actually really intense. This fight, no one landed a blow. Mike Tyson all of a sudden like didn't know how to fight. Despite having these training videos, those training videos really got to me because I feel like they showed that he could still move. But then in the fight, he just punch, dodge. He wasn't even throwing out that many punches. They showed how many punches he threw. It was like under 100.
It was under 100. Mike Tyson threw under 100 punches in a fight.
Yeah, which is kind of suspicious. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
that's real. That's mad suspicious.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I knew the fight was over. I knew the fight was fake when they did that video and they showed his naked butt. I was like, okay, this is fake. This is where we are.
As a joke.
Yeah,
it felt like a joke.
I was like, here we are.
Do you think that hurts his reputation at all, or his legacy that he's left?
It hurts mine because I feel like so the last fight. The fight before that was him and
Roy Jones Jr.
And that one was lesser than. But at least he's still like trying to fight him. Again, he knows Logan Paul, he knows Jake Paul, he knows the family, so you could tell that he wasn't going in as much as he could.
Yeah.
So that really made him look like just weaker. If he truly was at his best, and this is not made up, then it made him look like he doesn't have anymore.
Or potentially maybe he was injured because he walked in there with like a leg brace on, so that also kind of didn't help the image of if you knock out Mike Tyson. Also, like they didn't even take it down to the bell. Like he didn't like stay around. Like when they did the 10-second ringer, Jake Paul is like he bowed. He's like, I'm done fighting
Ninjutsu.
you. He did like a ninja bow. So
which
like,
again kind of makes it feel like I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but that kind of makes it feel like it may be fake because like again Mike Tyson, Iron Mike. 10 seconds in and he's at the he needs to knock someone out. I feel like he could pull it off. The fact that even Mike Tyson kind of just like hugged out with him like, okay, we're not gonna fight.
They're too close friends almost. Yeah, I think maybe Mike Tyson should do another match before he retires, but not that one they teased at the end. So as you guys saw the full live stream, you could see that he actually called out Logan Paul, Jake Paul's brother, who has done boxing before. He has had boxing experience. But I feel like that's just going to be a detriment there because I know that if this one was potentially fake, that one's going to be absolutely fake.
Oh, yeah.
No offense to Logan or to Jake or even to Tyson. If they get these two dudes in the ring, because they get Logan Paul and Mike Tyson in the ring, they're going to put on a show.
Yeah.
Here's why. Logan Paul is currently a part of the WWE, and the thing that they teach you in the WWE is how to take punches, how to take falls,
make it look real,
how to make everything look real. Even though that's sometimes not really even done that well, but generally that's what they're teaching. It's like how to make fights look real. And they get into the ring, they could have a whole choreographed fight, have a whole like, okay, I'm gonna punch you. Logan Paul's gonna go flying out of the ring because they're gonna hear the reception of this fight being pretty mid.
Yeah.
That's like, I'm like, I don't even know if I want to see that. Just
let him retire at that point.
let him either retire or just fight someone who's his own age.
Yeah.
And I don't even know like who else he really could fight right now because even Roy Jones Jr. kind of stepped down and
he's like, I'm not fighting him again.
yeah. So honestly, that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah. I said that if Mike Tyson lost, I would eat my sock, but I feel like Cheers never wins, so I'm not doing that.
There you go.
Yeah.
The fight was so mid, we literally had to watch Goku versus Jiren afterward. So
that's actually
facts. All right, y'all. Make sure you guys check out the episode where we played Punch Out.
Yes.
That's also up on the channel now if you guys are big boxing fans. Make sure you blast like button.
Kill the subscribe button.
Until next time, y'all. Peace out.
Bye.